Okay. Morning. We left off Yud Nun Beis, page 111. Okay. Yachnes hatzua b'toch ha'maberta. The maberta is the back of the tefillin shel yad, or tefillin shel rosh. You put through the strap through the back. That's what juts out, that pass through. V'yasa kesher kimin dalid b'shel rosh, and the knot in the ritu and the strap of the shel rosh, you form a dalid. Or kimin yud b'shel yud, and on the yad, the knot resembles a yud. Lashem osei shakai, to complete the spelling of the name Hashem Shakai. What is that? Im shin shev shel rosh. You have the shin in the shel rosh, either side, one three-headed shin, four-headed shin. Then you have the dalid behind the kesher of the shel rosh, and the yud in the shel yad. Hago. V'noged lahavi or al abaye shel yad l'rochav hazroa yarochbo b'rochav haboyus. The minig is to pass the strap alabayis shel yad, the rochav hazroa. See what this is? Via rochbo kerochav aboyis. V'lo yasek shorim el achash os hashin mitfilin. He said, you should not put the strap through the shel rosh until you had the shin already formed in the shel rosh. What about you first put the strap through, tie the dalet and the yud, and then you'll make the shin last. So then it's not being spelled in order. It's dalet yud shin. So first you have the shin, the shel rosh, and then the dalet. The shel yad does make a difference. Of course, it's not the same. It's not the same bias. Let's say he makes the shin, then he puts the strap through the shel yad. So he's putting the yud before the dalet. So it's not necessarily spelling, but the shin has to be first. Shin b'tefillin, v'akach yas hadalit. No, he says, then you should put the dalet in the shel rosh. V'akach hayud b'seder osis Hashem. It should be according to the order of the spelling. Shin dalit yud. So the sofer, when he puts the strap in and he ties, makes the knots, the shel yad, that knot is made last. So the spelling should be shin dalit yud.
Where's the yud on the
Over here. It looks like a yud. That's
so when we do the hand,
that's some.
upside.
You have shin dalit, and then you have but that's all in the shel yad. This is between the shel yad, the shel rosh, and the shel yad. We'll see. Let's see nun beis. V'yasa kesher. Thank you. The kesher tefillin hu aloch lo Sinai. I mean, first, how do you know? It says you should tie it as on your arm, as a sign on your arm, and frontlets on your head. Now, what do you tie it? What kind of knot do you make? How do we know that the knot, one is a dalet and one's a yud? How do we know this? Again, haloch lo Sinai. As the shin, in shin the shel rosh is haloch lo Sinai. V'nirus toch lasos l'shmo. When you make it, it has to be made for the sake of the mitzvah of tefillin. Lo yasel koton. It should not be made small. Yes?
When you study further in this sefer, the way to put in the tefillin for the user.
How to make the dalet and the yud?
No. Once the tefillin is already, how do you put it in?
No, don't. How do you put it on?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because many people, for instance, they put on the wash, and then that is hanging, they're holding on to the...
No, you don't have to. After you finish putting them on, they cannot go beyond the hairline. Okay? Kamin dalit. The shel rosh has to resemble a dalit. V'yesh osen keshem kimem stuma. The dalit is like a double dalit. It resembles an end mem sofis, right? Something that looks like like a box, or it looks like a dalit. Shenira kishnei daltin mishnei tzodim. Raglo shel zeh b'tzad raglo shel zeh. B'shat rosh shel zeh. One's in the inverted dalet and one is the dalet, right? That's what it looks like. One's like it's turned upside down. One is right side up. The two dalets.
Where are they going?
Shel rosh.
It looks like two.
It looks like two dalets, but they're not in the back. Years ago, many tefillin had that. Today, most tefillin you don't find it any longer.
The square.
The square.
People don't.
Most people don't. Most people, the dalet looks like a dalet.
They changed.
No, the two positions. They're both valid. Everybody agrees they're both valid. It's all based on minog. Is it a single dalet or a double dalet?
That's how you make it.
1 second.
Before you make it, this is when it squeezes together and comes out to the end. You separate out so you can see $2. So it's like a square.
Okay. I'm b'sefer Tferes Aryeh shehevi b'shem tshuva mi'avo hiskemu ledina de'elu ha'osim keshel daled mechuvan yos ledina. Here, they concur that the best way to do it is that it should resemble a dalet, not the double dalet. Gam lo yasa kesher osui dishomed onu l'onu. Moshe Be'at Be'arlocho. See the question really. Rab Masa Be'echot Shiro Achalitzes HaTfilin Shut HaKesh Shel Yad. Person noticed that after you removed the tefillin Shel Yad, that the knot of the Shel Yad opened up. Bereishis Lachzor Lanichon Likor Kriyashma B'li Brocho. No, the halacha is he's supposed to say Kriyashma with tefillin. So he realized that after as he was taking off the tefillin, that the knot really was not intact. He was able to put it on, but factually the knot was undone. So he says he ruled he should put them back on, meaning the knot should be made properly, put them on again, and say Kriyashma without a bracha. Because you can't say Birchas Kriyashma. Because with the Eved, if you say Kriyashma without tefillin, right, it's valid. The Birchas Kriyashma are valid. It's only, the Gemara says, Kilu Heid Edu Sheker. It's like he often false testimony. Because if you have tefillin to wear, you said Kshav lo say yodecho, you don't put tefillin on, it's something which it's a problem. But it doesn't in any way invalidate the Kriya Shema. So he ruled that he should say over the Kriya Shema, but what? But the Birchas Kriya Shema definitely not. Dom mitzvahs tefillin kol hayom ad kal lashono. Time of the Shittas Rashi relate ayud hu alochim mishmi Sinai lo yotza dayin yidei mitzvah. He says Rashi's position is that the yud of the Shal Yad is alochim mishmi Sinai. Lahavir. 1 second. Reish Lamed Daled. He says the minig is lahavir orsh al habayis shel yad lerochav hazroa. V'yerochbo kerochav habayis. Not sure what this means. Lave tam fishatfil shiad misimos al tachsa begodim umisnadidim v'nifsodim miskalklim. Nogu lahavir ritzua zu aleim lechaskon. V'achshav be'elu haratzes lo nogu b'zeh. What he's saying, today, the way we have it, the ritzua does not go on top of the leather, right? It goes straight through the bottom. It's through the bottom and underneath the bias. Those days, somehow they would have it would go on top of the maberto, the way it would be inserted. He says, why did they do it that way? That since it would be under your shirt, under your sleeve, so you weren't able to secure it. And also he says they would move, and they actually, from the movement, they'd become damaged. So to fasten it tightly on the arm, they would have the ritzua going over it, which would make it easier to fasten it.
See, some people do that.
No, afterwards they do it.
I mean,
But here, this was initially when they put the strap in. The strap not only went through, it went over. It went over the top. I mean, they would fasten it the way we have it goes through the center and underneath. They would have it going the center over the top. That's the way they put the ritzua in. Not underneath, but rather on top. So first it would protect it. The strap would protect the maberta. It would protect the leather of the tefillin. Because what would get rubbed? What would be rubbed firstly is the strap. It's not the bias is being rubbed. He says, but today we don't do it. El Achar. Then he says, it should be made what? The knots should be Dalit. The shin is in the shel rosh. Then you have the Dalit, and then you have the Yud. Rotzaloma keinochel chatchil v'yisra mishut ha'akesh shel rosh ein tzorach rak l'saktav v'lo hati shel yad. This is only preferable. You have the shin, Dalit, Yud. What happens if a person, the shel yad, the shel rosh opens? Do you have to redo the shel yad before you fix the Dalit shel rosh? Because now it's not in order. You have the shin, you have the Yud, and the Dalit opened. So now you have shin, Yud, Dalit. This is all l'chatchila. Something which is preferable, that the way the knots are made, it spells the name shin, Dalit, Yud in its consecutive order. Then, of course, that can't be changed. But when he's talking about the l'chatchila, he says the sofer, when he makes the knots, the kesher of the shel rosh is made before the kesher shel yad. See what happens if it opens? Shel rosh opened. Does he have to undo the shel yad? He says he doesn't have to undo the shel yad. You have to leave it in place. It's more bear halacha, then we'll do the mitzvos sharim. Yaseh kesher. What?
Put the yad on first.
No, we're not talking what you put on first. We're talking about when you make the knots.
Oh, we actually bring them together.
With the sofer is putting it together.
But now that you mention it, why would we put on the rosh with the shin?
Because the order is ukshatum lo sayodecho, utotov es beinecho. It's based on the pasuk. That's what we put on the shel yad before the shel rosh.
Even though it was starting backwards with the spelling of the down.
Does make a difference. Does make a difference. The pasuk. I pischei tshuva she'evi b'shem bali'itur the mitzvah she'ya kesher v'lo aniva. Right, it's be kesher. A bow, Shabbos kesher is not permitted or not, but a bow is permitted. So if you form the letters, let's say you form it by forming like a bow, and you'll twist it and that it should look like a dalet, it's not valid. Ein chadosh mikor bow she'osen kesher shuch lishomet osa ono v'ono. They lemay tircho imiyutzu laktino or lagdilo. He says they make the knot in a way that it can make larger or smaller. Lo shapa abdi, the kesh kozelo odav me'anivo, kenir ali poshut. Whatever it is, it's type of knot. He says it's no better. It's not something. It has to have a permanence. That means the knot itself is tightly made, where it can't be adjusted. If the knot is not pulled tight, so you could always, maneuver the strap to be larger or smaller. Once it's pulled tight and it's like a certain size, a person with a large head can't put it on his head. So the knot has to be opened. What about initially you make the knot? There's a certain amount of leeway. So it's a loose. Let's say it would be like the closing mem. So you have a lot of leeway. It'll be a square, but it's not tight. The square. So if the person has a larger head, he just pulls it tight. He has a smaller head. He lets the knot be looser. Right? He says it's not valid. It should not be done. It has to be made tightly. No, the here he's talking about the Mabarta. It didn't go. He didn't say it went over the show. The show. No. Or alabayis. Lahavir or alabayis shel yad lerochav hazroa v'yeroch bo krochav abayis. Not sure. Could be. The box. So what difference if it's made of leather or it's made of cardboard or made of wood? Or wood. They used to have it made out of wood. Like balls of wood it was made out of.
Very light.
Box over the shel yad to protect it. Okay, let's see the